I use my Elgato Stream Deck more outside of streaming than I do for streaming. This is my Elgato Stream Deck. These are my Elgato Stream Deck streaming keys. But you can use a Stream Deck for so much more. For example, shortcuts to Illustrator. Let's talk about it. Sure, you can use an Elgato Stream Deck for all your streaming needs like sound effects.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't.
Or if you have an Elgato Wave microphone, you can toggle back and forth between your monitor mix and stream mix. You can toggle sources like your webcam on and off, or you can mute your mic. All in all, the Stream Deck is an extremely powerful tool for streaming, but that's not what we're here to talk about today. Let's jump into the program so I can show you more. Alright, here we are in the program, the Elgato Stream Deck software that comes with the Elgato Stream Deck. So this is my main screen here, what I see every time I open up Stream Deck and what shows up when I'm on my desktop. So we got a few buttons here. First one here on the top left is my Adobe Illustrator. It's going to open up all my Adobe Illustrator shortcuts. Next one is my streaming keys for Twitch, followed by my profile for DaVinci Resolve for my editing of videos. Underneath Twitch, I have my YouTube recording buttons. So if we keep moving to the right here, there's a little widget I have on here for the clock. So that shows me the time, very handy. I started actually looking at my Stream Deck more for the time than actually my computer or my phone, which is kind of nice. If we keep going to the right here, we have a button called Night Night. That basically just shuts off the Stream Deck. When you hit that button, all the keys go off and it kind of gives it a little break. Next to the right is my CPU usage. So there's things that they have built in or given you access to through the More Actions button on the bottom right. And you have a ton, and I mean a ton, of different things you can add to the Stream Deck. Whether it's integrations between different products or stats for games, there's lots and lots of things that you can add for control over different aspects of different programs, shortcuts, so on and so forth. Going down from here, I have two buttons here for the brightness of my LCD screens, or keys rather. So these two control the brightness of my keys on the Stream Deck. So if I'm, working in a dark room and the Stream Deck is brighter than my screens, I can always lower the brightness. Underneath that, you'll see it says mute, so that mutes my mic. Whatever application I'm using, it'll mute it. And then to the left here, I have some buttons for music. Whether I'm streaming and I have music going, I can use these. If I'm just listening to iTunes, I could use these as well. And then to the left of that, I also have volume up and down for those. Now on the bottom, in the bottom left, I have some programs that I can open up. So Illustrator, I have Audacity, MindMaster. I'll go over this in a different video, but it's a great program for figuring out how you want to go about things. So having a web-based layout. And again, I will be doing an entire video just based on that program. And then we have Steam over here to the right. So if we go back here, then I haven't set these up, but I have a folder for websites. So basically what I can do here, I can set up all of the websites and things that I use for streaming. Basically, I can have a folder with all those in them, and I can just open up each individual one. There's also under More Actions, there is something called Windows Mover and Resizer. And what this allows you to do is say, I'm going to relate it to streaming, but let's just say I have 5 screens that I use when I stream. I have my OBS, I have a web browser open up with a few tabs, or maybe a few web browsers up. Let's say I have 2 or 3 other windows that are up, and I like to have everything in a specific area on my screens when I am streaming. What this little application does is it allows, as you can tell by the description, it allows you to control the position and size of the application windows on your Windows PC. So basically, by the hit of a button, I can have it open up all of the things that I need for streaming, and it'll move them to where I want them, which is extremely, extremely powerful, because one hit of a button, everything's already set up. You don't have to open this and move this and slide this over, and you get the idea. So that's pretty cool. And again, there's a whole bunch of applications you can use for the Stream Deck. Things as easy as showing your CPU usage. There's Spotify integration. There's what's called Voice Mod, which is a separate program that allows you to change your voice, and you can control that from your Stream Deck. A lot of these things do deal with streaming, but I use a majority of my Stream Deck for mostly shortcuts. I can also use it for opening up programs, getting things set up, things of that nature. If you have another Elgato product, all Elgato products are baked right into the Stream Deck. There's a way to control your lights, there's a way to control your cameras, your game captures. Your Stream Deck has its own set of instruments here. Your control center for lights is a huge one. I don't have any of those lights. If you have an Elgato Wavelink microphone, you can set all of these different inputs. You can, as I said earlier, you can toggle between your stream mix or your monitor mix. So you have set monitor mix, toggle monitor mix, all sorts of options and controls for that. And there's also things like games. You can play games on your Stream Deck. So these are all the games that I've installed. However, if you have a second and you're bored, you can always play a game on your Stream Deck. Now, the cool thing about the Stream Deck too is there's options for obviously changing all of your icons to whatever you want. So being a graphic designer, I can create my own icons. For example, this right here, this little lava lamp in the corner, is something I've made myself. Now, you can also find a lot of icon packs for free on the internet. I will eventually do a video on that, and some resources that you can use for your Stream Deck. And like, for example, all of these in the top left, this is from a pack that I downloaded where they gave out free icons for your Stream Deck. All in all, the thing I use my Stream Deck most is my Illustrator. So when I go into Illustrator, I have all my buttons here set up. And if I click on one, you can see these are all hotkeys. So basically, and I will do a video on how to set up your Stream Deck and how to get things going here. But just to give you a quick overview, if I close everything here, you can see these are all the things that I use or plan to use in the future. So if I go to System here, okay, this is everything that I can do on the computer itself. So I can open a website, I can have a hotkey switch, I can have a hotkey, I can have it open something, I can have it write something in text, I can have multimedia play. But all of these are hotkeys. So basically you drag a hotkey into here, and then it says, okay, what do you want the title to be, and what do you want the hotkey to be? So if I want the hotkey to be T, it'll automatically name it T, but I can also rename it to read or whatever. So there's a lot of options there. And then, like I said, each key can have its own graphic behind it. So if you want to make custom graphics for every single little button you have, totally possible. Eventually, I would like to get there and start making my own packs for some Stream Decks, but not yet. Anyway, so again, these are all hotkeys. So I have these laid out in a way where I can put my hand on my Stream Deck and have access to all the buttons that I use the most. So basically, undo, I usually keep my middle finger on undo, and I'll keep my thumb on the space bar, which is down here. That way, I use Shift and Alt a lot, I use space bar a lot, and I use undo a lot. That sounds bad that I use undo a lot, doesn't it? But I also have zoom in, zoom out, so everything is within a button or two of my fingers that I use the most. And that's extremely powerful, because instead of looking down on my keyboard and Control Z, okay, Control C, okay, Control plus, all you gotta do is hit one button. So zoom in, zoom out, boop, 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 boop. Very quick, very easy. So that's the main thing I use my Stream Deck for. I also use it for editing in DaVinci Resolve. Along the top here, we have all of the pages. So we got the Deliver, Fairlight, color fusion, so on and so forth. I have my two main tools that I use, the arrow and the blade tool for editing, cutting all of my clips up. And then there's some other tools here that I haven't used yet, but I plan on using in the future. And just to give you another heads up, and this is something that I use for streaming, but these purple keys right here is when you go into system, you have this text tool, okay? You drag a text in here. Basically what I've set this up to do is when I hit one of these buttons in my stream chat, it will add the link that I've associated with each button. So I have my Xbox. So if I hit Xbox, it's gonna send this message into chat if somebody's looking for my Xbox gamer tag. If somebody's looking for my Twitter and Instagram account, I can hit this button and it will put this message into chat. So you have a lot of variety when it comes to adding text to chat or anything of that nature. You can toggle things on and off. Like I said before, with your wave mic, you can toggle on and off your monitor mix or your headphone mix. You can toggle on and off your camera. I don't know, if you have to sneeze and you don't like people watching you sneeze, you can hit the camera button, your camera goes away. You can mute your mic, which I have set up right next to it. So you can hit both of those, you can do your sneeze, and then come back. So you can also set those up to be a switch. So as you can see here, and again, this relates to my streaming setup, but as you can see here, I have a few switches. So if I'm in one of these scenes up here in the green, say I'm in the gaming scene, if I want to go take a break real quick, I have a be right back gaming. If I click on this, it's basically a switch that's set up so that when I hit it, it takes me from my whatever scene I'm on, which in this case is going to be gaming. When I hit the button, it'll change the scene into the be right back scene, and it'll mute my mic. That way, I don't have to worry about anything. I can just walk away. Then when I'm done, I hit the button again. It changes the scene back to the gaming scene, and it unmutes my mic. So it's a real quick way to have things happen. As you can see, the thing I use my Stream Deck for most is shortcuts to Adobe Illustrator, because I am a graphic designer, and that's the program I use most. I also use it for DaVinci. So those two right there, I've gotten the most use out of my Stream Deck for, just for shortcuts. But the possibilities are endless. There's so much you can do with a Stream Deck. This is just the tip of the iceberg. So I wanted to give you an idea here as to what I did, or how I use my Stream Deck outside of streaming. I know I did cover some streaming elements here, but I will be doing more videos on the Stream Deck and how to set things up, how to make it your own, and eventually I'm going to be making icon packs for the Stream Deck so that people can have a resource to have a little bit of customization for their Stream Deck. I hope you enjoyed this episode about the Elgato Stream Deck and how I use it outside of streaming. If you'd like to subscribe, please do. If you like the video, hit that like button. If you'd like to be notified every time I upload a new video, you can hit that notification bell. As always, I hope you have a wonderful day. Thank you for stopping by. Design your future, create your goals, produce the best you, and I'll talk to you in the next one. DCP, out.